My Hero Academia.
So I have to start. I'm sorry. I have to start by saying, bro, these kohais, right? Oda's kohais, fucking Sarachi's kohais right now, bro. They're all flexing.
Oh,
Bro,
you're basically everyone is doing a godly chapters, is what you're saying this week, right?
bro, I'm telling you, fucking. They were like, all right, Papa Otis taking a breather. Start to shine. One Piece is
When
after
Oda
that.
is away, the rookie mangaka will play.
Bro, that's what they're doing. Dr. Stone, Black Clover, My Hero Academia. I'm pretty sure Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah, we don't have to compete with him now, so we can really just flex. Yeah, no. So I'm gonna start off with I guess we'll go in order. Okay, so first I want to say I absolutely love the fact that this thing is so fucking strong that they're actually fighting it in shifts. That's hilarious and also awesome. They're like, oh, it's been 2 months and we've just been kind of shifting out. That's awesome. This motherfucker.
It's so funny to me how they're literally just like, oh, we're just gonna take breaks. Just take breaks and trying to fight this guy.
Well, yeah, so they go into basically like, so he takes like 3-hour naps in between like 44 hours of straight fighting or something like that, right? So like, I love the idea that that's insane because I was so confused when it was just like Toga randomly out there like, oh, looks like Future King's getting his ass kicked again, and I was like, what the fuck's happening? Like, why did they just bail? Also, Toga, my god, best girl over here is going nuts yet again. I like that. You know what I like about this part of her character? We're getting more into like, and if I know Nux Taku, if you ever watch Nux Taku, he's obsessed with the psychology of characters, right? This is a line that I know he would love because like basically she says something along the lines of like, as long as I can live a life where I'm consistently falling in love with stuff, that's what makes me happy, right? So she's someone who there's no consistency with her. She doesn't have any like concept of loyalty with her love or like maybe, and she's definitely not like into the monogamous relationship. I don't know, like one person. Yeah, like she's not into that either. So she, you know what she is too, and I've met people like this in real life. She's one of those people that if she was into like, if she had like a fucking relationship, she'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna marry like 30 different dudes, and you're gonna be okay with that.
Bruh.
She's that kind of woman.
At first I was like, wait a minute. So is she like saying like because at first I'm like, what kind of love is she talking about, right? Because there's different types of love.
Well, yeah,
right?
But so it can't be overstated that when she says love, she's got like an orgasm face, all right?
Like, because I'm like, if she's saying love, like, there's different levels of love, right? So when I first thought love, I thought it was just like a, like a stockish kind of like, not love, but more so like I'm trying to compare it to something.
You gotta look at the page, okay? It's got those orgasm bubbles, okay? You know what I mean by orgasm bubbles, right? Like whenever, like when in anime where they do the wow sound effect.
Yeah,
like look at the fucking bubbles. Like no, I don't know. There's something weird going on. I'm just saying.
She wants a threesome with Deku and Uraraka. She wants that shit.
A threesome with Stain. No, a foursome with Stain, Deku, and Uraraka.
Bro, she wants that shit.
We all know. Look at Stain's tongue, bro. Although his tongue's a little bit like warty and shit, it might have like some AIDS on that tongue. I wouldn't fuck with it.
Bro, do you realize how many fucking knives he's had to lick? He licked
oh, yeah, AIDS blood. If there's anyone that's licked AIDS blood, it's Stain.
Stain's tongue is contaminated, bro.
Yeah.
No woman wants that near her vagina or mouth. I'm telling you that right now. You will be having not only a bunch of girls in your mouth, but many men, too.
First of all, welcome, new subscribers. You see, we wanted to make sure to really have a true controlled chaos video for our first one with all these new subscribers, because listen, this is what you got to be able to handle. This is our channel, okay? This is what we do. Welcome.
And one thing I want to mention too is that when they're saying like, oh, he's fighting for 48 hours, I feel like Hirokoshi was taking a jab at Oda.
No, wait, let's clarify now. It didn't say specifically, unless I misread something, it wasn't saying specifically that Shigaraki is fought for 48 hours. It's the big boy. They're taking shifts.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's like, after that, he would take 3-hour naps before resuming his attack again. Immediately after I read this page, I was like, this man here, Koshi's talking about the mangaka life right now. 3-hour nap.
That's just sad.
At it again.
He would write manga for 44 hours straight and then take 3-hour naps and then get back up to appease his overlords at Shueisha.
He's talking about Oda, bro.
Or just any mangaka, honestly. I thought you were going to say because Oda writes a bunch of characters that fight for like weeks straight. Like, remember Jinbei and Ace fought for like a week straight or something?
Oh, I love that shit. But, bro, because it's like, because I remember you saying, like, Oda states that he only sleeps for like 3 hours a day. So
4, but like, yeah, close enough.
Because it's funny, too, because you ever seen Simpsons couch gags, right?
Oh, no. Yeah.
Well, one of them was like how they were like, Fox has like all the people in like the fucking sweatshop who were pumping out like content and shit like that.
Oh, like, depressing.
This is the life of Shueisha. Like,
you belong to Disney, which means you stay busy cranking out magic and assembly line whimsy. All right, that's an epic Rap Battles of History reference. Look it up.
Reference. Yeah. That's some fucking the CEO of Shueisha is fucking like, all of you belong to fucking Jump. So enough of your fucking bickering.
You draw that yandere girl orgasming. You do it now. No, but let's talk. Speaking of yandere girls orgasming, Toga is just the cutest thing ever, and like she I like that she's like still very girly, right? Like she doesn't go like full on crazy person. Like she's still got that like kind of teenage girl vibe to her, right? So she's like, I bought a new coat. I'm so cozy and warm, but also I love Deku and I want to consume his flesh. So you know,
bruh, that's some Monica bullshit right there. Some Doki Literature Club.
Doki. Hell yeah. Also, I need your thoughts on this, Thurman. I'm still hella weirded out by the fact that this is all narrated from the fucking perspective of this lizard boy that I'm not gonna remember the name of because who the fuck cares about him?
Bro, this man is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Why is it narrated from his perspective? What's happening? Is he gonna die? Like, you theorize that he's gonna die.
Bro, this man, I feel like this man is gonna be important as fuck, honestly.
Yo, this man, he's Deku's dad.
Yes.
I'm kidding, by the way.
This is a Teenage Ninja Turtle. Bro, look at him putting on his bandana. He's
oh my god, I didn't realize that.
Right now.
Oh, you want to tell the story of how you met the co-creator of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Oh, do tell. So, I went
to my boy. 30 seconds or less. Go.
I went to fucking Grand Rapids Comic Con. I waited in line, big ass line. I was there. I met this man. Fucking Kevin Eastman. Kevin Eastman, for watching this, very respectable of your work. Love it. Fucking great. Oh, gosh.
I'm sure Kevin Eastman will be watching a My Hero Academia review.
I mean, this man.
I feel like Horikoshi would be more likely to be watching this than Kevin Eastman.
Bro.
Horikoshi, you're watching this and can somehow speak English? Oh, well, he is a Westaboo. I don't know.
Hirikoshi, man. This man is definitely fucking into the
Horikoshi pronounced like whore. I assume. I have no idea. I just like saying Horikoshi.
Quick fun fact: the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh is a fan of Hellboy, and the fan of Hellboy is a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh. Moving on.
Interesting. So let's talk about Shigaraki and just how I just love where his character is going. Like this panel where he's page 7, where he's just sitting here and he's just like, his movements have gotten slower. I'm chipping away at him. I'm doing it. I'm gonna make him kneel, right? Like he just seems so different as a person. The way he looks, the way he talks, like it's awesome to watch him grow.
He's enjoying the fight, man. I love that shit.
Definitely. Because here's the thing: that last chapter, he had his Eureka snap moment. He had his like, I'm all in, right? Like I've I can't think of the word right now. Like I've reaffirmed my convictions, yada yada, big fancy words. He knows what he wants to do and he's going for it.
Yeah, bro, I can respect that shit. He's like, I have a plan, he's bloodied, he's fucking beaten off his
he's on that like perma adrenaline rush, and like considering the man's goal is still very vague, by the way. I hope to see it more detailed, unless that's the point, because he's childish and it's a childish goal, but like he wants to destroy everything. So I can only assume he just wants to fucking, at this point, is he just chaotic evil on the D&D fucking character alignment scale? Like just pure chaos. Yeah.
Chaotic. He's the Joker.
He literally, I think he just actually wants to create like chaos at this point. It's interesting.
Yeah.
But like he has such a, and now we know, right? Like, I mean, to him, he hates quirk society. He hates just how he was born, how everyone's born. He hates the idea. And this goes back to that last video where I talked about the scene in the mall. The original scene in the mall where he's like mad about the fact that, like, oh my god, how can everyone have quirks and feel safe? And it's insane. It's like everyone's walking around with weapons and no one's panicking, because to him that's disgusting. He probably almost sees it as like it's a genetic mutation, but he might see it as like it's a fucked up genetic mutation and we have to like get rid of it. I don't know. I'm very curious where his mind is going from here, because his vague ass plan was, I just want to destroy everything, and I'm curious where that'll go.
Maybe he means destroy everything. He means destroy quirks.
Yeah, I mean, the quirk erasing bullets could maybe play a part here for sure.
I mean, if he hates quirks that much, the only really liable thing is to how do you topple a heroes association? Well, the only reason people are heroes is because they have quirks. So how do you do that? Get rid of all quirks. You know, it makes sense.
I can totally see that happening, and that that would be an interesting like moment in the series, because it would almost like tie back to the original theming of the story, with like, because Deku was the kid, the main character, born without a quirk into a world where everyone had a quirk. But I could see a reverse happening where maybe there's a temporary point in this story where they get rid of quirks for everyone, but it doesn't work for Deku because of the nature of the all-for-one quirk, or the one-for-all quirk. So maybe like it completely gets reversed and Deku becomes the only person with a quirk for a short amount of time. Yeah,
because I mean, think about it, right? It depends on, because at this point Deku will have to make a choice. Well, either
Deku's got a lot of choices.
Because technically, there are still people who don't have quirk. Deku was the only one who doesn't have a quirk. 80% of the people of the poor population gain a quirk. That means that 20% people still didn't have quirks.
Mm-hmm. So keep in mind that's every generation that's getting less and less too. More and more people are getting quirks every generation.
Yeah. So what I feel like Shigaraki might want to do is, when he says destroy everything, he's basically saying, what's the best way to topple a hero organization that relies on powers? Get rid of the powers, right? Because you can't do that in fucking Marvel or DC, because in DC there are people who are heroes. Batman, for example,
right? Yeah, because not all powers are genetic based, whereas in this world all powers are genetic based.
Yeah, like if Shigaraki was in Marvel or DC, Batman would laugh. With his
I have to steal Batman's suit.
Like Iron Man would laugh and say, "Oh, I'd laugh in my Iron suit." Like a lot of comic book series would laugh, because you don't. This doesn't take superpowers to be a hero in other verses, but in this one, I mean, it kind of does. To be a hero, you need a quirk, and if you don't have a quirk, you're not really a hero. You're just your everyday human. So the best way, I think, could possibly, if Hirokoshi wanted to go with this, if he meant destroy everything, I mean, he has the means to end quirks. So what's the best way to end?
That would be cool.
A hero, topple the hero industry and destroy technically everything.
I like it.
Get rid of quirks.
Now here's what I gotta bring up, right? Because I hope that he has there's a certain character development moment that I hope that he has, right? And that would be this. I hope that he realized, like, if he does get to the point where he destroys all quirks, I want him to realize that human violence and death and destruction is in human nature. It's not it's not a quirk problem, it is a human problem, right? And then there's two paths he can go down, and this is the fascinating part, right? So imagine you get to a future scenario where he destroys all quirks. Then he sees, I would almost wager to bet that you'd have chaos again, just because any major change is going to make the world go into chaos. Just like when everyone got quirks, chaos, you'd also have chaos again, I think, if everyone all of a sudden lost their quirks. And guess what would happen? Mass death, mass destruction, mass murders, mass shootings, yada, 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 right? And I think Shigaraki would look at that and be like, oh my god, I thought that quirks were the cause of all death and destruction and killing, but it wasn't the case. So then at that point, he would have a crossroads, and he'd have to come up with two scenarios. And this is the fascinating part. He could either go, A, well, I was wrong, I was an idiot, and I've learned my lesson now because yada yada. But that's the boring one. Here's the exciting one. The exciting one is he goes, oh, it wasn't the quirk's fault, it was humans' fault. So honestly, I should just fucking end all humanity because we're just imperfect, fucked up beings. And that would tie into the destroying everything thing. Because here's the thing, that would correlate with all of his childish-like decisions. Every single time, what is his decision-making process been? Oh, I did this, thought it would make me happy, didn't. Did this, thought it would make me happy, didn't. Next step could be, destroyed all quirks, thought it would work, didn't. I guess I just have to kill everybody. I could see that happening.
Oh, yeah, too, because think about it, right? There are a lot of heroes who are kind of hated in the world. Imagine if they didn't have quirks anymore.
Get rid of Endeavor's quirk, bro.
Famous heroes would get like Endeavor, fucking Mount Giganta, like, bro, many heroes would be on the bucket list for normal people. Could you imagine that shit?
Yo,
like,
that's crazy. Endeavor all of a sudden doesn't have his powers, and you have to hide that from people.
Like your average criminal, like your average person who's jealous, like someone who's envious, you know, like people who, if be honest, humans are fucking scum. We are, and jealousy, hatred, you know, all this shit comes to play. Imagine that if you have the chance to literally hurt or kill someone who you thought you were jealous of for all these years, or who you thought, you know, was better than you, I'm 100% sure someone would do it. That's why the purge is such a dangerous thing, because the purge gives you that chance to kill that person that you really wouldn't kill on the regular, because you know the consequences. But it's that flip. So Shigaraki literally holds the power, not right now, but in the future he could literally hold the power to change how the world works.
He's wanted for a while to just cause society to crumble down, because that was one of his major things. He was kind of pissed off that society was so stable. He was like, because I think his life was so unstable, by like the second he got a quirk, his whole life fell apart. So I think he looked at the world and he was like, it's not fair. Why, when I got my quirk, did my life fall apart? But all these people have quirks too, and their lives are fine. What the hell? Why, right? And I think he might... What?
Because it's funny too, because it actually ties back to the to the other organization. Because what is their goal? They want to
allow a world where everyone can...
That's Hirokoshi's pulling an Oda. He's pulling.
Let's talk about that, by the way. So you remember one of my most confusing things when this Destro yada yada Liberation Army was like, oh, we want to take down the League of Villains. Remember what I was confused about, Thurman? I was like, I don't get it. Their motives seem to be aligned, and it's mentioned. They even say that. Yeah, our motives seems to be in line with what we want, and I love their reasoning. No, this motherfucker's like, yeah, but it has to be Destro that does it. It can't be you. That's the whole reason. I fucking love that. I love that it's not like we're for the same thing, but it has to be us that does it. You know, it's a branding thing. I love that. That's fucking amazing. It's such a simple, petty, douchey reasoning to start an entire fucking war between two factions, and it's the best thing ever.
Bro, I told you, man. It's a fucking... I called this too. Bro, he was like, oh, we're going to call it the heroes and tear you apart. Bro, I fucking called this shit. I didn't call this exact thing, but I told you somehow, some way, the heroes are going to get involved in some type of situation.
That's just, I don't give you props for that. Like, that'd be like if a villain was doing something in One Piece and I was like, Thurman, I bet you at some point Luffy will be involved in this. Oh my God, what a shocking prediction.
Bro, because it's... Whatever, bitch. I can have my prediction. Anyway, because it's funny, too. I love the fact that Shigaraki's like, I want to destroy our quirks. And then these guys are like, no, I want...
Well, to be fair, we don't know that for sure. It's kind of an inference we've made, but yeah.
Bro, I would fucking... If Hirokoshi was going that route, I'd fucking love it.
It would be cool. I mean, I could see... Because, I mean, Shigaraki has a reason to hate quirks and the society that causes quirks, for sure, yeah.
Bro, we just literally... handed out. They gave Hirokoshi a fucking hand.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not gonna pretend like I'm even a fucking 1% as good as writing as Horikoshi. Let's be honest here. Now let's talk about the important scene here when Twice pulls a cell phone out of his ass.
Like new phone. Who this?
If that is the actual, I need to know what Viz translates that as. That will be the fucking tell. Okay, when you read it on the Viz translation, I need to know. Is that Jainimi's being hip, or is that fucking Horikoshi being hip?
This man is my nigga, bro. Hirokoshi, bro. I thought Oda was one of the niggas. Nah, Hirokoshi is definitely one of the niggas. This man was like, new phone, who dis? I keep in mind, I think that is my new meme format. I fucking took a screenshot of that shit.
Just take a tiny little screenshot of that tiny little panel.
I fucking did. You want to see? I'll send it to you right now.
I believe you. No, but here's another thing I have to, because Twice is just godly, okay? My favorite thing, like fucking Mr. Compress is over there like, this motherfucker never answered, and then Twice answers the phone. He's like, hey, why did you never answer for Mr. Compress? That's fucked up, bro. So funny.
Bruh. This guy, I fucking love him.
Let's talk about the finger stuff.
He's so...
That shit was cool.
So so the little sign, like, I was like, okay, so they're fucking making like a fucking, I'm doing it right now. I don't know if I'm doing it right. It's like a little, like a fucking, like, Shrek shit, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know. I'm just like, ugh. I like it, though. It's unique. Like, I was
gonna say, like, I think that's really clever, though, a way to, like, tell us, because, like, what I really liked is when it showed all the fingers at once, they even, like, oriented the fingers to make their little fucking sign, too, the way they were lying there. That's fucking cool. Like, it all makes us, it comes together to make, like, a puzzle.
Oh, I fucking love that shit.
Like, I'll be honest, like, that's one of those moments, every once in a while when I'm reading a series, I see something, I'm like, oh, I've literally never seen something like that before. That was awesome.
Yeah, this man's a Joker / Riddler. If Joker and Riddler had a baby, this is this man right here.
Well, you know what's great too? Like, Horikoshi, this fucking Joker motherfucker has been here for, like, I don't know, 3-4 chapters, and I'm already hype as fuck to see him and Shigaraki. Because, like, let's talk about the amount of power and influence this group has. He's like, boop, boop, boop. Oh, you guys are in the mountains. I own, like, you know, me and, like, my fucking group has, like, the power over, like, 5 different multinational corporations, and we have power. We have the satellites and shit. There you are. You're right there. I see you. That's crazy.
Oh, before we even continue, a little, Red, you're a Gorillaz fan. Can you, like, go to that page?
I was waiting for, bro. I want you to know, I've been waiting for you to say that. I had it on standby, bitch. I was waiting. Feel good. Feel good. Feel good. It's my favorite goddamn song, bro. Horikoshi, it didn't pause. Horikoshi be referencing Gorillaz. I don't give a fuck. There is no way that's a reference to anything else. It has to be a Gorillaz.
He said major company feels good corporate company. Bro.
That's crazy. That shit. No, I was waiting to get there. I didn't know if you'd pick up on that, and that's why I had it sitting there.
Bro, did you also catch that? The Toshose girl. It says Shueisha Inc. Executive Director.
That's great. I wonder, now, here's the thing. Will that get us copyright strike? I like to think and hope that I played it for short enough, and I garbled it enough with my stupid fanboyisms. You know. I mean, who knows? We're big players now, Thurman. 1,000 whole subscribers. They might come after us.
Let them come.
Let them come. We have an army of 1,000 almost.
Let them fall before the mighty juggernaut of our rap.
That was cringy. What the fuck was that? What the fuck?
I got it from a cartoon.
Of course you did.
Yes.
Oh, I saw it in the movie once. All right, that's great. Let's talk. But no, I mean, now that we've gotten the Gorillaz reference over, which is amazing. Trust me. What do you think about just the sheer amount of power they have, where he just tracks them immediately? Like, oh, you're in the mountains.
I honestly, I kind of expected this.
This
honestly,
hype. Like, he's hyping me the fuck up.
He has a fucking huge ass company that does these cringy ass commercials, right? And then I like, honestly, he. It's unfortunate, but this guy is in a way better position to start a war than Shigaraki is. I mean, think about it.
Like, high key advantage right now. Like, Shigaraki is just like a dude with like a bunch of fucking homeless people. Like, that's all they are.
Like, keep in mind, after One for All got taken away, like, their funds and all their shit that they needed to survive literally got taken away. Yeah. But this guy has an army. He has a company that's well known.
And not even just a company. He has like 4 friends that also own their own companies.
Yeah, like this girl owns Shueisha. She owns Hirokoshi.
And then this other motherfucker owns a tower that goes all the way up above the clouds, and fucking 2D from Gorillaz is filming a music video in that shit.
Bruh, this girl over here is gonna call in Goku reference. And Luffy and shit, bro. She's calling in Jump Force.
Ew, disgusting. Don't even bring up Jump Force. I'm still pissed about
she's
that.
She's calling in
she's calling in overpaid, or wait, I said that wrong. Overworked, underpaid game developers. Now here's what we gotta talk about. Let's see here. So where is it? No, but like, I like that you mentioned how much of a disadvantage Shigaraki's at, because I now see where Horikoshi's going with this, right? Basically, Shigaraki has to make, I'm again not even gonna try to fucking pronounce his name, the big strong motherfucker. He's got to make this motherfucker succumb to him quick enough to get the support from the doctor, because basically the doctor is the guy like, hey man, once you get this guy to succumb to you, I'll give you all for one shit, right? And that is going to be the thing that puts him on an even playing field as this Liberation Army. So he has to do that quick enough before the Liberation Army just fucking destroys him.
Yeah, because I mean, the nobles will put everything on an even playing field, hands down.
Oh yeah, and there's probably a bunch of secret crazy shit we don't even know about.
Yeah, so it's a race against time right now. So Shigaraki's gonna have to focus on subjugating this dude, because once he does that, they're in the clear, right? So, but first he has to actually subjugate the dude. So that's the big thing.
Yeah.
So the whole point is, so what I really like what Hirokoshi's doing here. It reminds me of another manga that I read. That the guy, I'm not gonna go through this whole thing, but basically the guy had two situations. The main character had two situations that he had to beat at the same time. So what he did was he used one situation to help him defeat the other situation. And the way it was done, I thought the manga was kind of meh, but the way it was done, I would say it was really well done. Right. So it really depends on how Shigaraki. I'll explain it more after the video.
That's fine, yeah. But like, what? But no, I mean, it's interesting too, because the kind of like ultimatum he gives him isn't even a fucking good choice. Like, he basically just says either die by our hands or die by the hero's hands, but there's no option. There's not even an option to work with them. Like it doesn't even seem like that's an option. Like, it's not like, oh, if you just work with us and give us the credit, we won't kill you. It seems like no matter what, they want them dead, which is insane and actually really fascinating, because they are so obsessed with getting the credit for all of this that they're not even giving them an option to work with them.
Yeah, they say, fuck you, nigga. We don't need you.
Yeah, legit.
We don't need y'all.
Anything else? I mean, is there anything else to talk about for you? I like how he says, yeah, we'll bring in Hawks, we'll bring in Endeavor. That's crazy. Also, what they don't know is Hawks is half kind of maybe a little on their side, but not really, though.
Double agent.
Double. Yeah, it just goes forever. Is there a never-ending chain of mailmen endlessly delivering mail? Fuck, I fucked it up. That was a SpongeBob reference. So, final thoughts for you, Thurman.
Oh, man. 10 out of 10 chapter. Hirokoshi is fucking back, baby. Telling you.
Yes! I mean, like, bro. Like, is this good enough to ignore the doctor theory?
Yes, definitely.
Really?
Hirokoshi has completely made me forget about that shit. Fuck that theory. I'm just gonna ignore it until it's brought up again. For now, enjoy this great moment, because I will have faith in my boy.
All right.
I hope, because you told me to ignore it. The last chapter, that was the doctor. It's been confirmed. So
we'll have to see, bro.
I hope that Hirokoshi is smart and doesn't pull a Naruto.
I mean, what he's at least doing is doing a godly here with, like, basically two amazing villains. I love that this situation has nothing to do with the heroes, and of course they'll get dragged into it, but, like, the best kind of manga is a manga where the world moves and changes and interacts with itself without the main characters even being involved. You know what I mean? Like in One Piece, Blackbeard's doing shit without Luffy even being there. Doflamingo's doing shit without Luffy even being there. You know, the world feels alive because the world is moving forward without the main character. Same thing, like Deku has nothing to do with any of this shit. This is just something that is happening, and I love that.
Yeah, man. Because,
it's just like, remember what you said, I think it was a couple videos ago, where you were like, this is some Hunter x Hunter shit, where, like, Gon never even met Meruem, you know? Like, Like, this shit's happening without even Deku even being aware of this shit. Like, Deku's probably fucking jerking off in his dorm right now.
He's trying to figure out this other 6 Ben 10 ability.
I don't like it. I still don't like that. No.
Bro, as long as Hirokoshi doesn't pull a Naruto, because one of the issues I had with Naruto was that, Naruto was destined all along.
Yeah, the prophecy, bro, the prophecy.
God, if Hirokoshi bitches out and says, Deku was meant to have this. It was meant to happen with Deku all along.
Now I'm just waiting for fucking Black Clover to be like, Asta was the chosen child.
Bro, I'm gonna be pissed.
I would die, bro. Because that's like your big thing. Like, Black Clover's so much better than Naruto because Asta isn't like a prophecy child. So now I just wanted to have it.
Yeah, bro. I honestly, I'd be so upset. I'd be so upset because he's just a guy. He was just a guy who was born unlucky. Like, bro,
that is the best. I like characters like, because that's what I like about Deku, right? Like, I understand that like Deku still earned the all for one or one for all quirk, but like I still don't like the whole have multiple quirk things. It just feels weird. It feels hacks. It feels meh. Once you get, because that's just something that anime does a lot, right? It's like, okay, we have people with powers, and then once they need to make someone OP, this person has 2 powers or 3 powers. It's like, it's just so cringy. Like, it's lazy.
Lazy.
But that's beside the point, because this chapter was godly, and his villains are godly, and everything is godly. And for me, that's peace. Any final thoughts for you?
Final thoughts is Promised Neverland has just got a new chapter, and it is
probably
still
sucks.
Because this chapter is great. And with that,
well, hey, now we got to clarify. Hey, if you're new to this channel, don't pretend like Promised Neverland was good after the first arc, because it wasn't. Okay, if you think it was, you're just wrong.
It hasn't
go ahead and scroll back through our videos. Go to the, if you want to see what our problems with Promised Neverland, go ahead and you can find it. It's fine.
If you want to see a good video, in the next couple of weeks, we are going to say Dr. Stone versus Promised Neverland, how to do a series right.
Oh, yeah. Dr. Stone succeeds where Promised Neverland fails is what that video is going to be called. And
Stay tuned.
What? If you want to see us get into a fucking legitimate YouTuber feud with Yonko Productions, keep subscribing. Because this motherfucker is on Twitter like, yo, Promised Neverland is the best fucking series of all time. Oh my god.
And then your boy savagely was like,
oh yeah, Thurman was like, wow, I can't believe I live in a world where someone thinks that.
I was like,
we got like a million likes.
I respectfully disagree.
Is that what he said? Just like, yeah, it was like just a fucking flat statement. Like, well, not even well. It was just, I respectfully disagree. Period. Tweet. That shit was fucking fire. You didn't even try with that tweet.
I was just the most respectful person ever. And he got so many likes. It's passive aggressive tweet.
Oh my god, I'm dying.
You can tell the tweet has so much anger, but it was too polite.
You can't even imagine the amount of fake jokey feuds we will start if we become big players in the YouTube community. I want you to know. Like, we're going to have a feud with King of Lightning over the fact that he thinks Chopper's a shitty character. We're going to have a feud with Tekking over the fact that he thinks the Davy fight back arc is bad. We're going to have a feud with Yonko for thinking that Promised Neverland's good. I want to have what other feuds can we have? Those are the first 3. I'll think of more. With that, peace.